Today I want to talk about how song and prayer are connected to each other. I'm Joey Weisenberg, and for the last 20 years I've been composing and teaching Jewish spiritual music around the globe. The way I see it, song and prayer are intricately connected. It's kind of like a chain. If you pull on song, you'll pull a prayer along with it. And if you pull on prayer, you're likely to pull song along with it as well. So song and prayer really came together first in the temple, which was about 2,900 years ago. King Solomon was finishing the temple, and he had crafted it with the cedars of Lebanon, and he had made gigantic pillars and big arches and made stone so big it's almost unfathomable how they got moved or cut. It was carved intricately everywhere by expert craftsmen, and then the whole thing was covered in gold. And then King Solomon stands up to dedicate the temple. And he says, "This is a really great temple, God, but you're probably not going to be too excited about it because after all, you did create the entire heavens and the earth. But God, what you might be interested in is the song and the prayer that comes out of this place." So he says, God, Lishmoa el harina ve'el hatfila. Listen to the rina, the joyous song, and the tefillah, and the prayer that is made here. Because even once this temple is gone, that prayer is still going to exist. That song will still be sung. That listening will still be happening. So Solomon was really creating these three links just with that tiny little sentence. Song, the prayer, and the listening. Lishmoa el harina ve'el hatfila. Let's step back and just think about what we mean by song and prayer. To me, song is the beautiful music that we sing, but it's also a state of being in which we really feel most open and most alive. Now, prayer initially seems a little different than that. Prayer is really like a deep inner examination. We might think of it as praying to God, but really this is our imagination opening up and allowing ourselves to feel and look into our deepest human questions and riddles, and in some cases to live into the paradoxes of being alive. A prayer is really a longing to overcome all of the pain and trauma that we've experienced and to manifest the true beauty of what we could be in the world. Song comes along, and when we sing, we are able to open up our beings, and in doing so, we can really feel the prayers that are coming up from inside of us, that bubble up from our guts and long to join the prayers of all of existence. By the way, if you're enjoying this video, please subscribe to the channel below. It really helps us to spread these ideas in the world. And also visit songisprayer.com for so much more on Jewish spiritual music. Why do we need music? So in the old world, before we really started calling our prayers prayers, we relied on the prophets. And the prophets were there, these kind of mythical figures. They were there to hear the word of God and let that steer our course in being alive. And it turns out that the prophets were not able to hear the word of God unless they had music playing at the same time. Elisha, when he was having a hard time with his prophecy, he said, "Kechuli minagen." He said, bring me a musician. And as soon as the musician was started to play, the prophecy came back through him, and he started getting back into the flow of what he needed to hear. So that's what we want music to do for us as well, because we are no longer prophets. That age ended long ago, but we are able to be praying people who are able to connect with even a tiny sliver of prophecy that exists in our dream worlds and in our inner worlds, and we bring that up. And for that process to occur, we need music. Here's the missing link in this chain, the link called listening. When we sing, we're able to open our ears, because in a way the music cuts through all of the nonsense that surrounds our ears and that surrounds our hearts, and it allows us to listen better to the true essence of the world. and to the true essence of our inner beings, which is where prayer begins. Let's do this as an exercise. You can either do this right in your room, or you can even just walk down the street or sit on your stoop and start singing a song to yourself. Oh, so I sing like this, but you'll sing in your own way. Of course, it is awkward to sing sometimes. It's very vulnerable, so don't worry too much about it. Just give it a shot. It's worth a try. You sing for a little while. Maybe for 2 or 3 minutes if you can. It can be whatever song you want. It should always do the trick. And just keep it going. Ooh, let the vibration start to move your bones a little bit. Ooh. It's a really cool sensation. Okay, and then sing and sing. Ooh. And then stop. And just listen. Now here I am in my studio. I can hear the heater rattling and all kinds of things that I couldn't hear before I started singing. Oh yeah, there it is. And if you're outside, you're likely to hear the birds and the crickets. You'll hear the sound of the traffic moving, and really you'll hear all of creation singing its song. And after you sing, you can be much more aware of what's going on in the outside environment around you. And that's a really, really cool thing. Singing awakens our ears so that we can hear better. It also works the other way around. That's the outer way. It also works the inner way, which is where we really access our prayers. So you do the same exercise. Ooh. Let yourself get activated till you're feeling a little bit of your body getting that little musical tremble, a little bit of quivering. Ooh, yeah. And then pause. And this time you can close your eyes and focus the same energy inwards that you had been focusing outwards. And just what it allows you to do is to feel even the somatic experience, so to speak, to be able to really feel the guts and the feelings and the heart. You can feel your heart beating a little more. You can notice what you're thinking. After song, our whole inner being is activated, and that is our prayer beginning to speak out through us and into the world. And so it is this song that comes along and activates both our ability to hear the outer world and our ability to hear the inner prayer. And as we sing, we're making the connection through listening between these two worlds. The song is coming from the heart. It becomes a prayer. And no matter what we are singing about through our mouths and through our poetry or through our lyrics, that expression of the heart turns into a prayer. Anyone who is singing is really expressing life, and life comes with all of its pains and all of its joys, and those are the prayers as they come out of us. The Talmud suggests in one of my favorite lines that we really have the chance to stand up in life, sing our song, and then we die and it's over. Song is like the essence of being alive, so let's sing our songs and build a beautiful world together. I'm so happy to get to do it with you. If you're enjoying this, consider subscribing and liking the YouTube channel below. It really helps us to spread these ideas and the music in the world. And for even more connection, check out songisprayer.com to join our email list and to explore in-depth resources in Jewish spiritual music. The link is down below. I'll see you next time. Enjoy.